we got the 14-yard bin on the truck. We're heading to dump this bin off. First job of the year. And away we go.
Creek's pretty high. There's a spring runoff. Load restrictions are on the roads too. 5 tons per axle, so you can't run too heavily loaded. I'm okay with this little single axle to do most of the work I'm doing, but you can't pull a big machine right now. And you won't be able to pull big machines in the back roads till probably end of May. Usually the May long weekend. Just after that, the load restrictions come off the road. Up until then, you gotta watch what you're doing when you're hauling your loads. Trans-Canada Highway 17, man, westbound toward North Bay. We're heading to Bonfield, Ontario to drop off a 14-yard bin on a rental property. And I love these kind of jobs. They're fairly quick, fairly straightforward, and we're going on a bin rental.
Alright, we're on site here. We're going to dump off that bin. Looks like this place has just been vacated. So there's going to be some cleaning up to do here. So we'll just dump that bin between the house and the garage. And that's it. They got their bin. So I'll tell you guys what I normally do on my bin rentals. On a bin rental like this, 14 yards, no paints, nothing caustic, no chemicals, nothing can be dropped off in there. That's all got to be dropped off in an environmentally friendly area up a town municipal building. They take electronics, they take paint, chemicals, and everything. So that's what gets dumped off in here. This just takes household rubbish, that's all. And I put these max fill lines on here just to give people an idea. Don't go above the rails if you can help it. Sometimes you can, and I get it. And when I tart my load, I try and keep that under control. But try and keep your loads down always below the top of that bin, because, man, I'll get yanked for that. And then you got to peel the shit out of the box, and that's the way it is. So that's one thing you got to bear in mind when you're bin renting. And people are going to throw all kinds of shit in there. What'll happen is, if somebody was to pull a fast one on you and they put a bunch of 4-liter paint cans or something in the bottom, and they had paint in them or anything, and you go to the landfill down here and you dump that load and there's paint in there and that load's contaminated, you know what? You being the rental customer, you're going to have to pay for that. And there's going to be some issues at the landfill. They don't take kindly to that at all, those guys. And I don't blame them, because I don't like that. So I try and tell people, no chemicals whatsoever, and just stay away from that. Take your paint and your varsols, your solvents and your aerosols, take them to your municipal site and have them done away with properly. And it's only good for the environment. Why do you want to bury that shit in the ground anyway, really? So anyway, how I price these bins. This bin right now is getting rented out for a flat fee, straight up, and they pay for tipping. I bring the bin in here right now, and they pay me a flat fee for the bin rental. I will come and I will take it to the landfill site down the road, and they pay for tipping. So really, I make nothing on tipping. I could care less. I'm not out to make money on tipping. I show them the bill, and they pay me for the tipping. And that's that. All they're paying for really is my bin, and they have to pay a rental to use my product, my bin. It's just that simple, and that's how I roll. And some guys will blend tipping fees and bin rental all in one, and that's fine. But I only charge a customer for what he puts in a 14-yard bin. If he's renting a 14-yard bin off me and I go for tipping, he's not paying for 14 yards of material. He may only put in 2 yards of material in here. That's what he's paying for. And some guys may disagree with that or whatever, and everybody does business differently. But I only charge a customer for the bin rental, and then if he only puts 2 yards of material in this 14-yard bin, that's all he's paying for, tipping. And I may come back, pick this up, and only have 4 yards of material, and this bill might only be $45 for tipping, and that's fine. As long as I get my rental from my bin, I don't care what they put in there. Just stay below the sides, and that's really all there is to the bin rentals, really. Everybody does it different. In the city, they do it different, and everybody has a different idea on bin rentals. But phone's ringing. All right, so anyway, a little bit of phone interruption now. Things are starting to heat up a little bit, which is good for me. The phone's starting to ring. It's wet here. The frost just came out of the ground here in northeastern Ontario. You know what? People are hot and horny and they want to get going on jobs. And mind you, I want to get working too. So anyway, first drop of the year, opening season, bin rental right there. And the phone call I just got too is for excavating and a bin rental up this side of North Bay. So we'll get kicking, and I got to go price a job, and we'll just go from there. So anyway, you guys got the gist of the bin rentals, man. Flat rate in the bin rental, customer pays for tipping, and that's just how it is.
All right, here we are, downtown Mattawa. Just dropped off that bin, now we're back home. Well, we're heading home. Oh, I was going to tell you guys, I forgot to tell you. That customer can have that bin for 5 days. Anytime after 5 days, you're going to start paying extra per day. So 5 days he's got it for, but he only wants it for a couple days actually. But generally 5 days max, and you got to pay extra.
Thanks for tuning in.